Hi, I'm Candice Miller, the Macomb County Public Works Commissioner, and I'm just giving you an update on the sewer collapse that happened in Fraser on 15 Mile. As we all know, this thing happened on Christmas Eve, where we had some houses that were actually falling into a sinkhole, sinking into a sinkhole that was being caused because of the void under the ground because of the sewer collapse. So since that time, we have done a number of different things, and I will tell you, first of all, the project is moving unbelievably quickly, I think, and we are going to have a very excellent product at a good price for the ratepayers in the 11 communities who are affected by this. It's what we call the MID. That stands for the Macomb Interceptor Drainage District. So there are 11 communities that are in the MID. And what we've done since this happened on Christmas Eve is we have now constructed a long-term bypass, and the sewer interceptor, which is 11-foot wide pipe, high pipe, which is collapsing, is 60 feet below the ground. And so we have to pump up the sewage from a manhole upstream of the collapse, up 60 feet. Then we ran 2 parallel pipes down 15 Mile Road to bypass, and then it will be dumped back down another manhole upstream of the collapse. And so this bypass has been an enormous undertaking. Lots of pumps involved in these parallel pipes, but it is working so well that since the initial sinkhole, and then that happened on the 25th of December, then on December 27th, there was about a 12.5 million gallon discharge into the Clinton River, which is heartbreaking for all of us. Now, since that time, we have not had any discharges. And of course, we've had a number of very heavy rain events and all kinds of issues since then. But we haven't had another discharge, and none of us wants that to happen. So anyway, we've got the bypass going here now. Now, for the actual fix of the sewer collapse, in an effort to be completely accountable and transparent, what we did here is first of all, we qualified contractors, because you can't just have any contractor work on a major project like this. We determined through the qualifying process that there were 13 companies who picked up their documents. Of the 13, we thought there were 6 that were qualified to bid on a project of this magnitude. And of the 6, 5 of them bid. So those 5 bids were opened in an open meeting. All the contractors and any interested members of the public or what have you were here when we opened up the bids. Then we spent actually about 2.5 days going through the bids with a 9-person independent evaluation committee. And they looked at things like, obviously, the price, but they also looked at, what was if any of these contractors had had any major safety violations through OSHA. We looked at their ability to manage a project of this size, to get it done on time, what had their history been with anything like this before, whether or not they'd had a lot of lawsuits, either people suing them or them suing others, just to really get a really good assessment to the best of our ability of who was the best price and who was the best contractor and who was going to give us the best product. And those 9 people on the independent evaluation committee unanimously recommended Dan's Excavating, which is actually headquartered on 23 Mile in Shelby Township. So they're a Macomb County firm. I couldn't be more delighted. I'm a little parochial about Macomb County, as we all are. It's a Macomb County project. Macomb County's paying for it, so at least all the money's coming right back into our neighborhood here. And then that was recommended to the MID board, which is 3 people on there, myself and 2 commissioners. Bob Smith, who is from Clinton Township and actually is the chairman of the County Board of Commissioners, and Veronica Kleinfeld, who is a county commissioner, is the chairman of the Finance Committee. She's from East Point. So this was the board that unanimously approved the bid. And I'm telling you about this because I think it's important, because it's a new day here at the Macomb County Public Works office. In the past, most of this stuff was not even bid out, much less approved at a public meeting. And I think you, as a member of the public and the taxpayer, needs to be able to understand what we're doing and let the sunlight come in and shine its light on everything that we're doing here. Anyway, Dan's Excavating is hard at it. They're working on this job. They begin with a shaft, what we call a shaft. Now if you can think about this shaft is 300 feet long, 25 feet wide, and it will eventually be 60 feet deep. So they first dig down 12 feet, they excavate 12 foot, and then they begin to put in concrete pylons, inserting steel I-beams within them. By the way, the steel is Midwestern steel, comes out of Indiana. No Chinese steel on this project, okay? And so, but they do that to cage in the shaft, obviously for safety reasons, etc. And so they're building that, and once they get the shaft built, then we will be able to actually replace the section of the sewer that has collapsed. And so that is going to be built. The sewer right now is constructed of concrete pipe that was put in the 70s. It is a concrete pipe that has no reinforcement in it, no re-rods, what have you. And you know, it's collapsing. And by the way, this is the third time, as you know, that we've had a sinkhole in that immediate area. So we're going to fix that pipe with something called HoBoss, which is a very thick, high-tech material that's now used throughout the industry for these kinds of projects. It's made out of a polymer and a fiberglass, and it will strengthen the pipe. And they say the life expectancy of this pipe with the HoBoss could be 200 or 300 years. So it really is quite something, but it's expensive. But we're not going to have another sinkhole there, that's for sure. And then at the same time, we are also inspecting, because everybody has said, was there proper inspections done? Did you know something was about to happen and you didn't take action? Now, keep in mind, I just started this job in January, but I've been asking those questions. And when I leave this job, I don't want someone to ask the next person whether or not I did that. So we actually have let a contract now that was openly bid for a company to inspect all of the 17 miles of this mid sewer. And they do that by running a sort of a television camera through the pipes, by using sonar, a number of other kinds of things that they do. And we should know pretty darn quickly, because they're going to start in the immediate vicinity of the sewer collapse, whether or not we have to line or do an extension more than what we are currently looking at doing with this sewer collapse. Because in the immediate area was the same pipe, laid in the same time, it's in the same soil conditions, so it is suspect, and we need to make sure. So we're starting on what we call sort of phase one. We know we have no option, we have to fix this. About 600,000 people who flush their toilets and their sewage is going through this interceptor. We know we have to fix this, we have no option. But then as far as the next phase, we'll know that hopefully in a month or two. And then the group, as a group, which was previously just one person making these decisions, we're not doing it that way anymore. Now, as a group of the 11 communities, the elected representatives, I'll be giving them all of this information, and we'll have to decide whether or not we want to do this or not, if we want to go forward with a bigger project. And we can't really make that kind of determination until we have all the information, the best information, available to us. But again, we want to make sure that if we have to be preventative so that this does not happen again, I mean, we can't have our county going through a fourth sinkhole situation, and whether it happens in 5 years or 10 years or what have you, because then people are going to say, why didn't they fix it then when they were fixing the last one? That's what I would say, and I think that's what you would say. So we're going to do the very best we can. We understand the cost, but we have to look at what we have, and we just want to proceed that way. So I really appreciate all of the patience, really, of everybody that's been impacted by this. We've had great success in asking you all to please restrict your water usage. The whole community has worked together here. And for those of you that don't live in the immediate area, think a little bit about what's happening. You can only imagine if your house is right in that immediate area, even though you might be in Shelby Township or Macomb Township or wherever. you don't drive by there every day, but yet your sewage is going through this interceptor. And what's happening is on this one particular street, where the sinkhole actually began, there were 24 families, and they were all evacuated. But then 21 of them were able to come back into their homes, but 3 of them are never going home. And so we actually have had to condemn, and we've bulldozed 2 of those 3 houses so far. And it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking for these families. And then of course you have all the businesses in the immediate area. You know, if you want to have a great piece of pizza, I'm telling you, go to the Green Lantern. They're right there on 15 Mile Road. They're still open for business. They've got the best pizza going on, and certainly one of them. And we know we love pizza in Macomb County. And all the businesses that are there, they're all just trying to, you know, make it through this time when the roads are sort of difficult to traverse, etc. But we sure appreciate all the patience of everybody. And I will be I'll be doing another update on a regular basis. I think this is my 2nd or 3rd that we've just tried to do. So if you want any other information, just go to our website or call us at the office. Or if you have any questions or comments, email us. We're always looking for input. And if you think that there's something in particular that I ought to cover in the next update, let us know about that. We're just trying to get the information out in every way that we can. Thanks so much.